And we've kind of talked about from a higher level what, again, all of these can be effective for lead gen. So just keep, and this will be in the workbook too. So if you guys want to refer back to this as you map this out a little bit further. And again, I don't know if you necessarily want to get all these in place at once, because that'll probably be overwhelming and you wouldn't do it. Or, one option a lot of people do is they hire companies like us because we don't have time to figure all this stuff out. Just do it for us. And then we're like, I mean, that's why our company exists, right? To take that piece off your plate, let you run your company, so we can help you with your lead gen efforts. So that's always an option too, right? If you want to do it. But just the main overall thing is I want you to have a comprehensive plan in place for 2022. And again, what does that, I mean, this is just kind of the higher level, but website built to convert, SEO strategy, a Google Maps strategy, online review strategy. I need to do a webinar on that in Q1 of next year, because I think, along with the automation software and all that, like that's going to be a game changer. But I think from a Google perspective overall, because it's kind of how everybody I talk to, all the market research we do, data we get, reviews are becoming more and more important, but before a buying decision is made. Even in our emergency niche, where people are looking at reviews, they want to see that you're a trustworthy, reputable company that's going to take care of them. So definitely have an online review strategy on there. Think about some strategic PPC campaign, a social presence, email marketing. You can get creative there. And then obviously you want to have some sort of tracking KPIs in place to measure all this and adapt as you go. So this is what it looks like. I'm not going to go through it all now, but it's look, you can write down some key insights and actions that you want to implement, from the webinar today. It's kind of got, again, the omnipresence graphic I've been talking about today for you guys to review. You can kind of play with, I'm going to get you this other spreadsheet too. To reverse engineer your goals. That, if I only had to pick one thing to do and tell you guys to do it, it would be that exercise. And again, it can kind of walk you through some of that. It kind of, there's a little bit more on there about the media, the market, and the message, which we covered, your customer avatar. It's kind of like a Cliff Notes version for you guys. And there's also a little bit of checklist on here for the email marketing and all that stuff for you as well. So it's really, we spent a lot of time putting this together for you guys. It's pretty sweet. Hopefully it should be valuable to you guys and help you guys map out your goals. Now you can set your goals, and you'll have to do a little bit of manual filling in here, but you want to set, what's your baseline revenue, what's your average job or ticket amount, the number of jobs you want to get, and then you can kind of fill it in here to set your monthly goals and targets for next year. And then, there's an area for, you remember that cost per lead exercise we went through earlier. You can plug in here to figure, because here's the thing too, is I have this conversation. I was going to, because you can't approach a market, like even whether you hire a marketing person or you hire a company like us, you want to know, you can't say, hey, I want 100 leads a month, and then I'm like, what's your budget? And they're like, well, 2,000. I'm like, dude, it ain't happening. It's just, and again, it's not that we don't want it to not, I wish I could make that happen, but based on the average cost per lead and the budget required to hit these goals, you're going to need budget to hit that, right? So, and this is just a higher level example, but if you're trying to do 2.5 million next year and you're converting at a 50% close rate, you need to be spending 13, 14 grand a month to hit that. And that's at $100 cost per lead, right? The cost per lead is going to vary based on your market. If you're in the middle of nowhere in Montana it's going to be a little cheaper to market there than it is going to be in Houston, Texas, for example, right? Because the demographics, the competition, and all that. But in this scenario, they need to be spending 13, 14 a grand a month at that cost per lead to do 2.5 next year. So I mean, this alone, thinking about this and working through this alone, I think hopefully you guys are will be able to use it, because this is super powerful. And then, there's this budget allocation worksheet we put together for you guys, to where if you want to take some of your marketing budget and allocate it to some offline markets, online markets, that's on here as well. You can do a average cost per lead by source. This is super powerful. That'll help you get even more granular. A marketing calendar. This could be based around, what you want to depending on where you're located. It might vary on, like, if you're, burst pipes. Florida doesn't have a whole lot of burst pipes. I mean, they have burst pipes, but not frozen pipes, right? So depending on where you are, you want to cater this to be more specific to where you are, but you can kind of plan out, a general topic you want to use for the year, and use that across social media, your website, PPC, email. There's all kind of ways that you can do. And then if you want to, we talked about, the messaging of your company, your unique selling proposition, or USP. You can kind of play with some of with this wording and stuff. I kind of put a few examples in here. And this too alone is I'm not seeing a lot of restoration companies do it. That can be super powerful to increase your conversion rate from your online marketing efforts. This piece right here, because a lot of people, we see it all day, every day with plumbers, HVAC guys, this and that. But if you guys start testing this, it'll help you out in 2022, for sure. So there you go. I'd recommend spending a little bit more time going through some of that. I know we've covered a lot today, but I think really taking a minute to go through this, build your custom plan. And again, if you want to take it next level, you can reverse engineer all this and go ahead and put it in your calendar, or schedule team meetings to check in on this stuff with your company, to say, hey, we on track, off track. If we're on track, awesome. If we're off track, okay, it happens. What do we need to do to fix it to get back on track? Hope you got value out of that video. If you're looking for more ideas and strategies for better ways to market your water, mold, or fire damage restoration business online, you can go to restorationmarketinggroup.com, and there we have a free checklist you can download. It's called the Ultimate Online Marketing Guide for Damage Restoration Contractors. And there you'll be able to get the latest strategies that are working now to really increase your lead flow online. You could probably even 5 to 10x the number of leads you're getting per month from internet marketing. So there should be a link below, restorationmarketinggroup.com, and there you can download the checklist for free of charge. And we'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks.